Welcome back to the Alpha Omega Biz Dev Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. John Lee from Alpha Omega Consulting, where we teach chiropractors how to reach their dream practice by working less and making more. Now, if you're a small business owner, a lot of our concepts are going to work for you as well. Now, today's topic, we're going to talk about chiropractic business coaching. Who is it for and not for? So, I am obviously a chiropractic business coach myself, and I consult and help my clients build and grow their practice and get to their dream practice a lot faster than it ever took me. I took the long, hard road to get to my dream practice, had multiple consultants throughout my career, 7 total, and they all taught me things, and some are definitely very, very valuable in my growth and development. And my coaching program is proven to put my clients on a much faster track. But the point of this episode is to really answer the question, who is it for and not for? Because it is not for everybody. Okay. So let's first talk about what coaching is. What is chiropractic business consulting? So it is having expert guidance and mentorship from typically someone who has done it before you. So the consultants that I had, they were former chiropractors. Some were still in active practice, but the majority were actually former chiropractors who had high levels of success and knew how to teach that to other chiropractors to hopefully gain their own levels of success. There are different niches in chiropractic business coaching. Some specialize in certain things, like some are more in marketing, some are more in patient communication, some are more philosophy and mindset, some are more adjusting and technique. So there are different types. Now, the kind that I'm referencing to on this episode is just overall comprehensive business coaching for chiropractors, which is what I do and which is the type that I sought out the most in my career with those multiple consultants. These are chiropractors who kind of knew the whole global landscape when it came to how to build a chiropractic business. So that is the definition of chiropractic business coaching. Now, who is this for? Who is a good candidate or would really benefit from this type of service? And the first I'm going to say is chiropractors who are seeking growth, those that are in a growth mindset or they're in a phase where they're growing their business or practice. They want to take it to the next level and the next level and go higher from where they're at. Also good for doctors who want that work-life balance. And that has been a very special thing about my program is that, I'm walking the walk, or I'm walking the talk, however you want to say it, but I'm living the dream. So I currently see patients in my office just a few mornings a week, 3 mornings a week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday mornings. And I am free to go for the afternoon. My associate doctor takes care of the rest 4 afternoons, along with a team of A players in my office. We've got all the systems. And again, I've had 7 coaches, so I have all the systems implemented in my practice over the years, and some we've also developed and refined and made uniquely in my practice from our own experience. So it allows me to actually step away. So I could be gone a whole afternoon. Like for example, as I'm shooting this now, this is a Tuesday afternoon as I'm shooting this, my associate doctor, amazing experienced associate doctor, and my team of A players are getting the job done as I'm shooting this podcast episode. So it really allows me to have time not only to be with my family, because I've got 4 young kids, still have a very profitable chiropractic practice, and also allows me to pursue other passions and endeavors, which is helping chiropractors achieve their dream practice. Which if I was working in my practice from morning till 6 or 7 p.m. like I did back in the day, I wouldn't be able to do any of that. Wouldn't be able to pursue anything else, and I wouldn't be home early to be there for my children. So great fit for those who want that work-life balance, because chiropractors who eventually go into a part-time working business model, they can teach you how to get there themselves. And that's what we do in our program. Also, chiropractic business coaching is good for those who really appreciate and understand the value of mentorship. That knowing that it's okay to be vulnerable and to say that, hey, I don't have it all figured out and I'm probably not going to figure it out all by myself. And I'm totally okay with seeking the mentorship from this expert and that expert to teach me. I will pay them a fair fee and there should be an exchange value there. And they'll help me get on the fast track to my success. Chiropractic business coaching is also good for people who are open-minded. Okay? You have to be coachable. You have to be open to new ideas and ready to really absorb the wisdom of those before you. Okay? And also good for those who have that business savvy mindset, who have that entrepreneurial spirit of really growing their business. If you're just really all about being a clinician, then and you don't want to deal with or learn and apply any of the business concepts that are required of a small business to grow, then this type of coaching can be overwhelming. Okay, so you have to have really a business growth mindset. Be ready for that. Now, who is this not for? Chiropractic business coaching is not for those that are totally content with where they're at. So if you've achieved your dream practice and you're where you want to be and you don't want any more growth, you just want to sustain it, then you don't need business coaching. You've gotten there, right? You're there. Also not for closed-minded individuals, those who believe that their way is the only way and are resistant to new ideas and not ready or available to change, not willing to change. This is definitely not a good type of thing to be taken on by that kind of individual. Also not good for those that are non-committal, not ready to commit. Just like if you have a new patient and they don't want to commit to your recommendations, like if you're saying, hey, you got to come this many times a week for this much time, this many months to get your results, and the patient is saying, I don't know, or let me see how it goes, let me try a little bit and see. You also cannot have that approach when you receive coaching. And that's going to go for a lot of different areas of life. For example, a basketball player. If a basketball player wants to get better with their basketball skills and they're not willing to take guidance from their coaches, they're not going to really grow. It's not going to work very well. Coaching is also not good for those who really question and doubt everything, right? So there's a saying called analysis or paralysis by analysis. If you overanalyze and just question every single thing that's being suggested, definitely doesn't work or doesn't make sense to have a coach, right? There has to be an acceptance of the majority of the recommendations and a fast implementation or application. So what I've encountered in my coaching clients is that majority, they do well. We have a great retention and success rate, but there are a handful that do fizzle out. They drop out, and common characteristics. It's some of the things that I had mentioned as being not a good fit for receiving coaching. That it just doesn't work for them, right? They already kind of have their mind made up that they don't want to try new things. They don't want to try this in marketing. They don't want to bring in any of their services. They don't want to change their care plans. They don't want to talk any differently to patients and change their communication style. They don't want to structure meetings or work on trainings with their CAs. They don't want to take time to train their social. Those are the docs that didn't last very long in my coaching program. And I wasn't surprised, right? It was, usually a mutual decision that, hey, this is not the right fit for you. No hard feelings. I wish you the best. We're here for you in the future if you're ready to embrace this type of process. And the ones that have thrived with our business coaching are the ones that really embrace it, right? Embrace the journey, and they're willing to try just about everything at least once, if not most of everything that we train in our program. And our program is very, very comprehensive and dense. We're talking about over almost 200 training video topics in our online training curriculum itself, along with the individual and group coaching formats that we have. But those that embrace it all and are willing to try and test and stick with it and try again if they fail, they're the ones that have growth. And we're talking about an average of 40 to 50% growth with our program, and sometimes even greater. We've had clients that have doubled their gross revenue in 1 year, and then more success the second year. We've had our lead coach, Dr. Ashley, when we started together years ago, she went from 400K a year to $1 million in just 2 years. Just 2 years. So again, those who embrace the journey do very, very well. Those who are open to new ideas, those who are committed to the work that it takes. And again, that's another thing I left out. Those who have a good work ethic, are not afraid to put in the work, do extremely well. And that's why Dr. Ashley Elmo did so well. She's a hardworking individual and very quick at implementing things that are discussed and talked about and strategized about. So that is the topic for this episode. Whether you choose to work with us at Alpha Omega Consulting or whatever business coach that you are considering, these are some of the things to consider. Okay, so if you resonated with a lot of the "who is it for" bullet points that I made, then you definitely should consider coaching. And just like in sports, athletes have coaches. Even the pro athletes, they all have their head coach, assistant coaches, positions coaches, specialty coaches. And it's that team of coaching and guidance and advice and counsel that they receive that allows them to perform at their best. We as chiropractors often are on an island and tend to think we're going to just figure this out. We were smart enough to become a doctor of chiropractic, so we're going to figure out all this business stuff on our own as well. Well, that is usually what allows for slow growth and hitting walls. But once you really embrace the idea of being guided, and again, it doesn't have to be with us, but whoever is a good fit for you or whatever topic you're interested in learning more about, and all those bullet points resonate with you, then you're a good candidate for coaching. Okay. And other than that, we do have a way that you can reach out to us on our website. We have a link where you can schedule a call if you're considering coaching for yourself and want to see if our program is a good fit for you, and if our tools and trainings are going to provide you your solutions to get to your dream practice. Then we are obviously not too far away to be reached. So catch us soon for another episode. We're going to keep coming with more business strategies and tips, and especially for chiropractors. Dr. John Lee with the Alpha Omega Biz Dev Podcast.